Hello everyone, habari zenu, como esta, uhoro wanyu, guten morgen, all the other greetings, wherever you're watching from, sending you love and welcome to a new video. This is going to be my last installment of my Ghetto Fatigue series. Now the first three series were surrounding a certain skin tone because unfortunately, ghetto is skin deep. However, majority of the perpetrators unfortunately look like me, it's sad to say the least. But today's Ghetto Fatigue series is going to be skin deep edition. What does this mean? This means it's ghetto behavior that goes across skin tone, goes across cultures. It has to do with uncouth and uncomely behavior in a social and cultural context. You can have a ghetto Asian, you can have a ghetto Hispanic, you can have a ghetto white people, ghetto vanilla people. Everyone can be ghetto, and I have seen this behavior myself firsthand, which is why I decided to do this particular one, so that the people who look like me can stop being pressed. Because it's not just about them. Like I said, the issue is, unfortunately, the majority of the time, they're the perpetrators. That's why people are featuring the black fatigue as a thing and not specifically other skin tones. I'm going to start with one experience I had. This was 2 years ago, I think. I used to pick my son up from school. I would drive. Most of the time I walked, but if I was too tired, I was coming from somewhere, I would drive. So this one time we were driving and I picked him up, and obviously you guys know that you have to go super slowly when you're leaving, 15 miles an hour and not more. And we're driving slowly out of the school. My windows are rolled down. I hear someone catcalling me, okay? And I'm flabbergasted because I was like, there's no, why would someone be catcalling me? I knew it was a kid, but I didn't see who it was because I just heard, and I don't even know how he was calling me. It must have been like, hey, ma'am, or something on those lines. And I turn and I see it's probably an 8-year-old. This is a vanilla child. When you hear me saying vanilla, I mean white. I don't call people colors, so I don't say black and white. I'll say vanilla and chocolate. But this 8-year-old was freaking catcalling me, y'all. He's catcalling me. A grown woman picking up her son. I was getting catcalled by an 8-year-old. And I turn, because I'm mortified. I think I was trying to process what the hell is going on. So I turn and I look at him. And he's like, yo, man, you're hot. I just turned away and continued driving. For an 8-year-old to be catcalling a woman, you have to wonder what he sees where at home. You have to wonder what he watches, right? You have to wonder what the adults around him do, because this behavior is learned behavior. Now, I will say this school is pretty ghetto. I moved my son out of there ASAP. There were some bullying incidents, but that's the kind of ghetto behavior I'm talking about. Now, this one is more disturbing because it's coming from a child, but I can only imagine what his parents or guardians are like if that's how he behaves. Next, I'm sure you guys have seen this, and I don't care if you catch feelings. This is a medical term: obese people. Obese, especially vanilla people, okay? The obese people who are so entitled, and they have the audacity to complain that, yo, we're being charged too much money on the plane.
If you don't fit on an airplane in 2024, it's not your fault. It's the airline's fault. Are you serious right now, bro? I came across this video like 2 minutes ago, and if I have to see it, you guys have to see it too.
Airlines make their products smaller every year. Then they blame us for not fitting. If your car got smaller every year, wouldn't you be pissed? Seats are getting smaller, seatbelts are getting shorter, and they pack us in tighter so they can make more money. But when we can't squeeze into their tiny seats, it's somehow our fault. I'm done letting airlines make us the problem when it's them causing it.
You know, after she made this video, a lot of people have just been hating on her, saying she's wrong, and I have to just completely agree with every single one of you.
Yeah, because you're too big. You cannot fit. I'm sorry, not sorry. We who stay fit and watch what we're eating should not have to deal with your shenanigans and have to deal with you squeezing us in our seat because you're too big to fit in your own space. But instead of doing better and learning better behavior and adapting better habits, you want to blame the world for your problems. It's entitlement mixed with victimhood. I don't understand how this works.
As a fat person, I often dread medical appointments because of blatant medical fat phobia. The last OB appointment I went to, the provider blamed everything on my weight and told me that I needed to go on a medication. This OB appointment that I just went to, I've been dreading, and the provider was amazing. She asked me what my pronouns are. She asked me about my name. She just was like, great.
Never mind.
That's the most ghetto thing I have seen. And speaking of obesity, speaking of obese people, okay? Guys, I don't know how else to say this. I'm going to try to be as gentle as possible, but every time I've gone to a store, which is really tight, like a small store, and I've had to walk past an obese person, mostly women, guys are not exempt from this, but this has been a woman experience, there's always a certain smell.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Guys, can we not do that? Can we shower before we leave the house? I'm not saying skinny people don't smell, but the body odor I have experienced the most from is being obese women. Obese white women. That is the most ghetto thing ever. If you cannot take care of your hygiene and you're out in public, we do not need to be smelling you, ma'am.
Emotional, damn it!
Okay? Make it my problem when I have to smell you in public. That's not fair. It's one of the most, I can't even explain. I would rather smell a dirty diaper. I would rather smell a dirty diaper than smell an adult's body odor. Especially when you can tell it's not even, I don't know where. You guys, this is the ghetto fatigue I'm talking about. This is the skin deep ghetto fatigue.
How do you not know that you stink? Like, you stink. When you leave the house in the morning, do you not do the mandatory checks? Do you not? Okay, smelling a bit funky today. Let me go and spray some deodorant. You've been blessed with 2 nostrils. Can you not use it and smell your own smell? Are you not self-aware? Because for some of you it's bad. It's really, really bad. Like, at this point, I'm taking it as disrespect towards me. How dare you leave your house in the morning knowing you're gonna pass me on the street and make my nose. It really and truly and really has my brain discombobulated. Take it as self-investment. Simple soap and a shower in the morning is not enough for you. Please invest in some spray, in roll-on, go and buy lemons and go and soak it into your armpit, please. Walking around with a white t-shirt, but underneath your armpit is looking like Shrek used it as his own flannel. It's disgusting. It's dirty. It's disrespectful. You stink.
Yeah, shower. Take a freaking shower and wear some deodorant. And if you're so obese that you cannot fit in a normal size plane or normal size seats, do something about it instead of blaming everyone else. It's not the seat that's the problem. It's not the airline. It's you. It's you. Take accountability for your own behavior. This is what we call ghetto fatigue. It's refusing to take accountability. It's blaming everyone else for your problems. It's being socially uncouth. And stop it. I feel the same about people who litter. Every time I see people littering, it triggers the shit out of me. To this day, even at the gym, if I find someone has littered and left a wipe, I'm gonna pick it up. I'll use my wipe to pick up their wipe, but it bugs me. I'm like, why is a grown adult littering like this? What is wrong with y'all? And like I said, this is a cultural thing. In Japan, it's illegal to litter, but also culturally, they are clean people. Look at America.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Did I say more? Nuzembe is a mixture of laziness and just lack of, just not caring. You say, oh, it's someone else's problem. I'm not gonna pick that up. The janitor will pick that up. Can you do better, you guys? Can you do better? If you're one of those people who litter because you're too lazy to walk to the trash can and throw away whatever you're throwing away, put it in your purse or put it in your pocket until you get home. There's nothing that irks me more than freaking litter. Actually, I'm sorry, a lot of things irk me. That's one of them. I find that really ghetto. That's ghetto behavior. Littering everywhere, leaving plastic bottles everywhere. You go to the store, someone left something somewhere. You move the meat from here, you leave it in the clothes section. Uzembe, that is laziness. Do better. Cleanliness is next to godliness. And the worst part of this is not, you guys, even you brag about how filthy you are. I have seen videos on TikTok, okay? People's houses are looking like something else. Guy, I have seen a dump site that looks better than some people's homes. The entire background is just trashy. Their feet, underneath their feet is dirty.
Your kids deserve a clean home. Your kids deserve a clean home. Your house should not have trash laying all around the floor. That is not normal. Are y'all not embarrassed to be showing your house in disgusting conditions? That depression excuse doesn't work when you flat out say that you don't feel like cleaning your house because you're tired.
You're black, sabi ya uchafu. Mnavaa viatu kwa nyumba kwa nini? Take off your shoes at the door. We don't wear shoes in my house. In African homes and Asian homes, we don't wear shoes inside the house. It's just nasty. You know how many germs you're dragging into your home. Hizo viatu umevaa nje. You wore them outside, you're going to drag them into the house. Yuck. Yuck. Do better. Do better. That is called ghetto. That is ghetto behavior. Living in such bad conditions, and then you're showing us everyone the video like, oh, look how nasty my house is, y'all. Woo! Can we talk about trailer trash?
And 44, B11, 062, I-27, I-20.
Damn, this punch is better than sex. What's in it, sherbet?
I need a cigarette. Better than sex. Damn!
That's how you get popular. Once your boobies grow in, that's gonna look good.
Not all trailer trash is ghetto, but there are trailer trash that actually go out of their way to be ghetto. They are trying to behave exactly like the ghetto people who look like me. They try to speak like them.
That's what I always do, and they never catch me. Ain't nobody gonna catch me.
Because you're too streetwise?
Yup. And all these hoes laughing like something funny.
She's talking about the audience that they're laughing at.
They try to look like them, which honestly, I don't understand why. It is a cultural thing, it is a mentality, but it does shock me sometimes. I'm like, why are you trying so hard to be ghetto? You're going out of your way to be ghetto. Why? Is it because you want to fit in? Do you think it's cool?
I'm not from B-more. Yeah, Dummy, you right. You really sound stupid as hell. Y'all motherfuckers act like y'all ain't ever heard nobody from the ghetto streets of Great Britain speak.
What is that about? That I don't get it. Okay, I don't get it. I don't get it personally. I'm gonna go into lazy parenting. Hey boy, do I have experience. Oh. You can call it ghetto parenting. I don't care what you want to call it. You can call it whatever you want to call it. But if you cannot handle your child, if you are unable to handle your child to the extent where they are a nuisance to others, you are a ghetto parent.
Someone get these kids under control. No one is telling her to stop.
That is ghetto behavior. If your children are acting ghetto because you won't put a hold on them and you won't set boundaries with them, because you won't teach your children respect and to be aware of their surroundings, that makes you a ghetto parent. That is ghetto parenting. Tell me why. This was on the 4th of July last year. We go to this area where they have a little concert and it's like an art fair. People show up, they buy popcorn, kettle corn, we sit down, there's a band. This woman shows up. They show up and they sit a little bit close to us. I don't know, maybe 3 meters away from us, maybe 4 meters away. Anyway, sitting there kind of adjacent from where we're seated. And her son, was maybe, I don't know, 6, 7, starts throwing bottles of water. Throwing them in my direction. It happened once, it happened twice. I was waiting for her to say something. Because like, if that bottle hits me or hits one of my kids, I will lose it. It happened the 3rd time. It was inches away from hitting me in the face. Inches. She did nothing. I stepped in. I was like, if you're not going to discipline your kids, I'll discipline them for you. Asiyefunzwa na mamaye hufunzwa na ulimwengu. What that saying means is he who is not taught by his mother will be taught by the universe. He, she, it's a neutral pronoun. We don't have pronouns in Kiswahili. Actually, you know what? I told the boy, excuse me, don't throw that again. And then now she jumps in. Now that I said something, she wants to jump in. Oh, excuse me, I can handle him. No, you can't. No, you cannot. Control your child, ma'am. I've been watching you, waiting for you to say something. You're not saying anything. So yes, I will step in because you're not handling him. Handle your child. And you could tell she was getting pissy. I was like, yeah, well, I don't know what to tell you. That bottle almost hit me thrice now. You said nothing, so I'm going to say something. Control your children. You people, control your kids. I don't play this game. That's the kind of entitled behavior you parents, you lazy ghetto parents are doing to others. So your children become a pain in the ass. They become a societal nightmare. They never learn accountability. And they never learn to actually live amongst others because their behavior is terrible. They have no social skills. And when they behave that way and they're held accountable, they throw a fit.
Emma, shut up! I didn't tell you to shut up. Yes, you did! No, I didn't. I asked you to stop. Did! I asked you to stop. I never told you to shut up. All I asked you to do was pick up those three little pieces. Yes, you do. No, I don't. It doesn't seem like I get. No, it doesn't seem like I get.
If your kid throws tantrums in public and you're not handling it, you're part of the problem. We can understand if your child is frustrated, because kids are frustrating. I'm a parent, I know this. But there's a difference between watching a parent, a mom or a dad, trying to calm their child and tame them, if you will, versus just they're very disassociative and they don't care. They're just standing there like, oh, that's not my problem. That's my child, but not my problem. Yeah, you are the problem. You're not teaching your children boundaries. You're not teaching them accountability. You're not teaching them to have good manners, especially in public. Where do you think they're going to learn that from? Teachers are not going to teach them that. It's too late. Charity begins at home. You don't teach your children the right way and how to act in public, then who's going to teach them? They become the adults now who throw these tantrums.
While you're late for court, we just gotta make sure. If you don't,
we're okay. If you, yes, we're okay.
Okay, well, stop. Don't scream at me first.
Well, because it's like we're fine.
Well, obviously
you
not,
can,
right?
no, cops don't help us. Cops f us up.
Okay, I've never dealt with you, so whatever.
Stop telling me to stop.
Okay, step out. One of you step out, please.
I need a cigarette. I have no cigarette. I need a cigarette.
Olivia, can you step
No,
out,
I'll
please?
step out. I need a cigarette. I need a cigarette.
Smoke your cigarette, okay?
I don't have a cigarette.
I have a cigarette. Hold on, I have a cigarette.
God.
And drive into stores because they were told no, because they can't take no for an answer. You are the problem. Now let's talk about the Oppression Olympics, aka Victim Olympics, Skin Deep edition. The same way you see these black activists behaving, that's how their counterparts behave on the Latino side. Yes, the Hispanics who are woke are just as bad, if not worse, than the black activists.
Me cansé de los latinos, pero como mexicano.
But as a Mexican in the United States, it's a shock to me to see how many Latinos continue to perpetuate the worst stereotypes in the United States and cause a lot of harm to the community. Those who play the eternal victims of their own actions and decisions. They blame Hernan Cortez, Christopher Columbus, the colonizers, the entire universe. Except them, they have 700 children with no money, no education, and no business of their own. Let someone else take charge. They don't prioritize education or work, they are rude, loud. They glorify and romanticize victimhood and breaking the law. They vandalize, they live off the government and contribute absolutely nothing to society. Yet they say they are discriminated against. Sorry, but that is not Latin culture, much less Mexican culture. That is family dysfunction, and it is not racist to say so, it is responsibility. I refuse to be put into this stereotype that Latinos themselves want to force half the United States into. We have to start respecting each other. Raising the standard, not lowering it.
They spew the same stuff. When they're held accountable, they throw a tantrum. They believe in collectivism. So, oh, we are all the same. So Latinos have to think a certain way because, oh, if guys, I'm sure you've heard of Latinos for Trump. You will see them getting such a hard time from their fellow Latinos on the other side.
How are you a Latino and a supporter for Trump? It doesn't make sense.
How?
To me, it's the same logic if a chicken was for KFC. He doesn't like you.
I just think he's a lost leader. You know what I'm saying? Like, he leads for the people that are lost.
Just a lot of the Latinos for Trump are very much assimilated, and I think they're very blind to who they actually are.
Things like, oh, you're a pick-me, oh, you're voting against your own interests, oh, you think they like you, oh, you'll always be this person to them. That's a mentality duplicated on the Hispanic side, and you have the woke mob. So predictable. It's crazy because, like I said, they are so similar. Why do y'all think that everyone who's an immigrant is illegal? Why are you projecting? Why do you think because someone is Latino or Latina, they have to think like you because you belong to the same ethnicity? That's called a monolithic thinking. You are not a monolith. You are not a collective. Hey y'all, editing Kenyan Hippie here, and I wanted to say something additional about the woke Latinos. And that's the fact that, again, under the collectivist mindset, they're just as racist as the blacktivists because they believe anyone who does not think like them, act like them, speak like them, think like them, vote like them, is a pick-me, is an outcast, and they will take your Latino card. Same way the blacktivists took my black card for voting for Trump. It is a pattern you will see with them on that side as well. Again, very similar to how I am treated by the blacktivists or the dark-skinned people on the left. The same way the Hispanics on the left will treat the conservative Latinos. Same concept, same talking points.
Girl, you're making all of us look dumb. Okay, please stop with these stupid ass comments of what it feels like being a Latina of a family that came here legally. You don't speak for all of us. Stop supporting illegals. You look so stupid, girl. They haven't picked you. They're not going to pick you. If you really are Latina, they're not going to pick you.
Same vitriol. Same racism.
Because I've already dated a white man. And my experience was terrible. And I'm going to tell you what my experience was. Every time I would cook for that man, I do not know why, but I would literally feel like his slave. Is that weird? I would cook and clean and I'd be like, why do I feel like my ancestors are screaming at me?
It's possible I'm still in shock. I'm gonna go to my room and process what just happened. Thank you.
The woke mob is a collective because they believe in groups. They have to have a group think mentality. They you have to fit there for them to accept you and love you and be on your side. Once you step out of that, then you're the enemy.
It's free Palestine or we cannot be friends. It's abolish ICE, abolish the police, and let immigrants get their full citizenship or we can't be friends. It's protect the dolls and protect the gays in general or we can't be friends. It's educate yourself about eugenics and protect disabled people or we can't be friends. It's Black Lives Matter or we can't be friends.
And that's exactly what I'm dealing with when I say ghetto fatigue is skin deep. That's what I mean. I'm gonna wrap this up here. I hope you enjoyed my Ghetto Fatigue Skin Deep edition. There's so many topics I want to cover, you guys. If you do have any suggestions that you would love for me to cover, or you have a video you want me to look at and blind react, blind respond, please let me know. If you have any thoughts, please leave them in the comment section. I do appreciate all of you guys. I'll be also doing a video to where I'm responding to my hate comments. That will be an interesting one. Look out for that one. Make sure you watch my other videos that I have released in the last week. I think I did 3 videos this week, you guys. Hey, can you clap for me? Consistency, thy name. I am really trying, you guys. I am really trying. I'm trying to really put a lot of energy into my videos, into my YouTube. Because again, I used to do this all the time on TikTok. It wasn't as much of a hassle because it was less organized. It was more spontaneous. But I'm trying. I'm really trying, y'all. I would appreciate that you hitting that subscribe button if you've not yet, and like, comment, share, and make sure you hit that little notification bell right there so that again you can get a notification when I upload a new video, which is a few times a week. Let's keep that energy going. I appreciate you guys. I love y'all. Kenyan Hippie out.